Joining me today is Satish Thopte, our Executive Director of Technology and Product at CheckAlt, and discuss how automation is really making an impact on onboarding. Satish, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Teresa. Thanks for having me. Every company faces challenges in onboarding, and that's true. Even last 27 years, wherever I worked, every company we struggle in terms of getting clients onboarded as well as implementing additional business, new business. Now, implementing is not just implementing clients, but implementing their log boxes, implementing their additional business. So focus on all over in terms of getting the implementation cycle shorter and starting realizing that revenue as quickly as possible. It started with the lack of standardization, everyone having customization and having one-off implementations. So that's something which that was certainly a challenge. So we had multiple handoffs, one person doing certain part of thing, another was focusing on other. So that basically increased the communication time as well as the longer implementation time.
Thank you, Satish. What are some of the key changes that we did make as we started to further automate processes?
Sure. So we tried multiple things. And last year, we set up the Tiger team, which was consisting of our legacy teams, knowledge, skills, as well as the clearing works teams, making sure that we have expertise required both technically and the domain and the application knowledge. So that really helped in terms of getting this thing together. So initially, we started with having conversations with everyone who basically is part of the implementation team. That helped to spread the knowledge, that helped to basically understand what not to do, if you ask me the first thing. So that reduced our errors. And then we discussed about how best we can standardize. Then we traveled through in terms of the manually doing things to automation. And then we came up with our overall roadmap of automation. We also made sure that everything we do is tracked in Azure DevOps. So whoever basically would need to look at in terms of the status, everybody can go in Azure DevOps, take a look at it. Implementation team would take a look at it. If it is pending with someone technical within the team, that was assigned. When it's completed, that was communicated to without having the call or status in terms of it. And we standardized the overall implementation process, having the product library templates, and then we started automating things. So it was a journey of getting right folks together, setting up the standards, setting up the templates, and then embarking on the journey of automation. It's a low code, no code platform, and it's heavily configurable. You just basically have the small size, mid size, or a huge customer who would be on the platform, and we can accommodate every other requirement of the clients. Even if it's complex, we can still get it done. Some of the clients may need only certain steps, but then you need a knowledge of how to get in those certain steps.
Okay, so we swept the attic. We identified what could be automated versus what needed to stay manual. We then standardized those processes and created templates. So tell us about the tracking that you've set up as well.
And absolutely. So this is and a system is a kind of a product library. So define templates, define configuration jobs. The templates drive the business units, template versions of onboarding. And I'm very happy to say we were able to complete 66 in February, 44 in March, the first 3 weeks of March, whereas earlier we were only having 14 log boxes per month. So it's kind of almost 3 to 4x increase in the number of log boxes we onboarded, the number of clients we onboarded. It actually increased that multifold.
Let's talk a little bit more with this being AI and payments and how, we're using AI for innovation across the board. How does AI factor into this conversation?
No, it's a great question. The way I see, AI is AI and machine learning or AI and the automation specifically. Artificial intelligence or AI is nothing but the ability of machines to perform tasks that require human intelligence. such as we solve our problems, such as we make decisions, such as we learn from what we do. So it's similar to that. The way we did for the automation is not just basically automating processes, but getting that decision making into our automation, making sure that if this condition or that condition, and how would our templates, from the templates and the library, product library, how do we basically get that thing together, apply the decisions over there on the fly, and get that out of it. Now we do basically have kind of a learning from the patterns and performing those tasks without being explicitly programmed. And that is ML, that is machine learning. So we basically had that portion also incorporated, that how do you basically remember few the steps which were done, what was the result, and how do you basically learn from that and get the better out of that from the processes, automation, what we have done next time when we onboard Logbox, next time when we onboard new client.
What the burning question is on a lot of people's mind is, okay, this is great, but how does it benefit our clients?
I can tell you that as we are able to onboard clients pretty quickly, faster, quicker than earlier, it will also help our clients, specifically SaaS clients, to eventually onboard their own clients. And on our full service CleanWorks version, we will have this as a self-service. So we going from manually heavy to automation, applying machine learning to perform the self-service. So even our clients will be able to do it on their own in future. That's where we are heading. And that would certainly give us the more capacity to focus on our product roadmap, get more features for our clients, at the same time bringing the revenue realization earlier, which everyone wants.
Satish, I know we've talked about SaaS and a little bit of self-service. What is next for automated onboarding?
So what we have done is this team, the implementation team, Tiger team, which we set up, their timeline or the sprint aligns with our product team's sprints. So if they need anything as part of the product, they put that into backlog for product team. Product team works on it, delivers that. And when we are offering new features, it will also have the onboarding or the automation done in the same sprint or the following sprint. So this would be a continuous process, making sure that we get more and more automation. We would make sure that as much as possible, there is no manual intervention, because the moment we have manual intervention, is possibility of making errors. Machines do not, as long as we train those machines in a right way and apply AI and machine learning to handle more complex jobs for our big customers as we onboard them. So I would say early Q3, Q4, we will have these features and offerings in our automation as well.
As we close, can you very succinctly summarize the key takeaways for our audience?
Absolutely. Thank you. The big takeaway from this is we will continue to make sure that we add automation, we add AI into our overall processes, implementation process. We will make sure that there's a less manual processes. We use as much as possible as automation tools, standardizing workflows, and at the same time apply the machine learning, which we are planning, as I said earlier. And then as we basically get into this, work with our full service clients, work with our SaaS clients, and making sure that they get what we have developed and they can onboard their customers faster.
Thank you, Satish, for walking us through these exciting innovations today.
Thank you.
And to our audience, if you found this discussion valuable, please share it with your network and stay tuned for more insights in our AI and payment series. For more information about CheckAlt and how we're simplifying payment management, jump over to our website at www.checkalt.com. Until next time, thank you for joining us.